down.
My name is Karen Freeman, and this is my survey regulation results from Business 543. So my interviewees were myself. I'm an area coordinator at the Office of Residence Life and Housing at Mary Baldwin. My director, Sarah Martin, who's the director of Residence Life and Housing. At my old job, Brandon Fields was my supervisor at Marion-Barry Youth Leadership Institute in D.C., and Sam Stoner, he is the sustainability manager at Secure Futures here in Stanton. So my background is an education background. I just got my bachelor's degree. Mary Baldwin has about less than 100 employees. It's an educational institute, and we have international capabilities, and we are certified through the Southern Association for Colleges and Schools. Sarah Martin is the same information. She has an education background, and she was a director at her last school. Brandon Fields has an education background as well, as he works at an institute that does leadership training and education capabilities. He also has less than 100 other employees. They have state only capabilities. They are not certified by anything other than DC law. And Sam Stoner has an education background as well. He used to work at Mary Baldwin. He has works with less than 50 employees. The business is solar energy, and he is nationally capabilities, and he is certified by BUAD. So the government rules and regulations. So what I pay attention to, and my boss pays attention to, is Title IX and the health and safety regulations. And we have state, local, state, and federal capabilities. Brandon Fields only pays attention to Title IX, and he is regulated by state and federal. And Sam Stoner, he does environmental energy related laws and regulation, and he looks at the local, state, and federal laws. So positive, negative, I said the positive, we provide extra layers of protection for victims in sexual assault cases, and I'm a mandated reporter, which is another federal thing. A negative is that weed is not legal in Virginia, but Mary Baldwin itself does not have any regulations to get against it. And another negative is the federal law against room searches for public places. So Sarah Martin said for MBU, the positive is that Mary Baldwin has state connections, and another positive was that we have local police connections for local and state officials. And the negative is that the smoking age in Virginia is different from what is federally regulated. And another negative for her was that Mary Baldwin is not up to date on all of our rules and regulations in accordance to state and federal law. Brandon Fields said the positive was that he works at a government office and that all employees undergo state and federal training, so that's something. And then negatively, the different levels employees don't have the certain level of training at different levels. So it depends on what kind of level you are that you'll have certain amount of training. And then he couldn't think of another negative. Sam Stoner, positive was being environmentally friendly is easy to market when you're certified. And another positive was that he has a lot of support from the government. A negative was that the Trump administration brought forth harder regulations for certified B Corps. And another negative was that his company is the only certified B Lab in Stanton. So the conflicts that I said with cannabis, my boss surprisingly also said cannabis, and Brandon Fields said that the ward representatives, so DC is not a state, but we do have ward council representatives, so that was a conflict. And Sam Stoner said helping cultivate B Corps in Stanton because he's the only B Corp. When asked how are they keeping up to date, I said the Title IX coordinator and the SACS board, and my boss only said the Title IX coordinator. Brandon said human resources / director because it is a government agency, and Sam Stoner said the human resources department. When asked how, so I said the same thing, my boss said the same thing, and Brandon said the same thing, but Sam added on the external communications department. So according when I heard of the Becky Hensley video or audio recording, when she was talking about how if a person does not know all the rules and regulations that could affect them in their business, it could be damaging. Only Sam, out of all the people that I interviewed, knew all the regulations that could affect his position in his company, so that was very surprising, and that's why I noted when he added the external communications department. Estimate cost, I said I have no idea. That doesn't affect me or my position. My boss said over 1,000. Brandon Fields also said over 1,000, and Sam said over 1,000. So overall, I think There were really good interviews, but only Sam was the one that could effectively tell me what could affect his organization and was his company within the rules and regulations and the laws, locally, statewide, and federally. Thank you.